You know, I've just been going through all the comments from you all. From our last episode, Hope to Horror to Hope Again, where we asked you for some help. And boy, did you guys give us some help. I thought we'd start this episode with just a bit of an insight as to what you guys are driving, what you're recommending. The sheer volume of responses obviously has just been incredible, and the detail that's in some of these responses. Thank you so much for sharing.
And Tony keeps rolling on. With you we carry on. To all our viewers and subscribers too, we couldn't do this without you. Your advice, your support, and your loyalty keeps going on. There's another road ahead on wild adventures yet to come.
With the sheer volume of responses that we've got, we decided to take a bit of a step back and go through everything properly and really give you a bit of an overview as to what everyone said and what they've recommended in terms of the vehicle types. There's been a lot of advice out there, and we really do appreciate it. Like I said, you guys you drive everything that's out there, and you've told us why you drive it as well. So if anyone's really interested, go back and have a look at that episode. But not only that, have a look at the comments. They're terrific. They're absolutely terrific. Thank you so much. One piece of advice that's really come through loud and clear from most of you is choose your caravan first, guys, and then choose your vehicle. We'd love to be able to choose our caravan first. But what we do know is that anything in terms of a caravan about that 19-foot is going to be a massive step up and luxury coming from a Patriot camper. So we're kind of decided not the type of caravan in terms of the brand yet, but definitely that we're going to be looking around that 19-20-foot mark max. So I'm assuming that's going to be about your 3.54 ton. So keeping that in mind, we can then determine what sort of vehicle we want. We're not going to go over that. We have no need to go over that. I think we're going to have cupboards that are empty, considering that whatever is in the Patriot right now is going to get transferred. And again, we'll do some Kmart runs and all that sort of stuff. But that's the van, and that's not now. That's much later down the track. So I think that we can decide on a vehicle. And like I said in the last episode, we're going to take our time to decide. That's why your comments and our investigation are just starting. But you know what? I agree with you. Yes, if you have the ability to choose your caravan first and then choose your car, that makes total sense. There's no point, obviously, doing it ass about face, so to speak, if you then end up buying a caravan that your current vehicle can't tow. We completely understand that. So we agree. So thank you so much for that advice. You are 100% correct. So here's the graph that we've quickly done up to show you where the recommendations and the type of vehicles were that came through. We actually had to split the Ford category into two. So your typical Fords like Rangers, Everests, things like Wild Tracks, blah, blah, blah. And then your Super Duties, which really did surprise us. I was surprised that a lot of people said Super Duty straight out of the box, ready to go, 4.5 ton. We're a bit gun shy when it comes to first generation stuff because of the Raptor. We bought that first generation, was not tried and tested, and look at the issues we have. So we are a little bit, like I said, gun shy to jump into something brand new, untested. But there's a lot of people out there and a lot of our viewers out there that have bought one, that are doing the road testing and throwing it through its paces on behalf of all of us out there in the four-wheel drive and caravanning community. So thank you. And yes, we are keen to see what happens there. But I'm still very nervous with a Ford, and understandably. Looking at the graph though, it wasn't surprising. Toyota came out as a clear favourite, followed by Nissan and the Isuzu. So those are like your D-Maxes and NPSs and things like that. Very tried, true tested brands that we understand and definitely are in the mix as well. It was interesting, some of the comments though, and what shocked us a little bit is we didn't actually see, and you can see it on the graph, a lot of thumbs up or suggestions for the Rams and the Chevys. you're seeing more and more of them on the road these days, especially towing caravans. I don't know. I just kind of thought that there'd be more recommendations to go that way. But that did surprise us. One of the things we did love was, and these mainly came through in emails and private messages as well, and level of detail was over the top. So thank you so much for taking the time to write and share everything with us. Was a few people suggested, you know what, rather than sink a ton of money into a new vehicle, why don't you go and buy something that's older, like a 100 series, and then spend the money doing it up? Because it's reliable, tested and, tried, all of that. And also, then if something breaks down, you know how to fix it. And Brett's pretty handy, which I'm very, very thankful for. So there were 200 series people that emailed us. One of them had 380,000 kilometers on the clock, and another one had 430,000 kilometers on the clock. Still running strong, but again, they did say it comes down to regular maintenance and not flogging your vehicle, which we completely agree with. There was even a Holden Rodeo in the mix pushing 300 Ks. So for those of you that are watching and you know who vehicles they are, and they could be yours, well done. Those are some serious Ks. And again, that's probably nothing for a diesel, but the Holden Rodeo, I was shocked at. I think that was a good outcome. So, as for us, so far at this early stage of investigations, where are we at? Well, it's funny. Brett and I don't agree. Shocker. Brett's kind of wanting to go down the Chevy with a canopy, something like that. He loves the technology in it. He likes the fact that it's obviously comfortable and capable. I get it. Awfully expensive. On the other hand, I'm leaning towards something like a second-hand Isuzu NPS truck. Before you say it, I know I'm going to need a bloody stepladder to get into the damn thing. But hear me out. I like the fact that they're simple, right? I like the fact that they're easy to work on. So Brett's pretty handy. I don't think there'll be an issue there for any simple stuff, maintenance, that sort of thing. And I know that they are tried and true. Isuzu is a very good brand. You can make them more comfortable. I know you're going to scream and go, they're the most uncomfortable thing. Yeah, they are. But our travel when we get this vehicle is going to change. We're hoping that we're no longer having to do, 5, 6, 700 kilometer days. We can actually slow down and do less. Smell the roses. Take that left-hand turn where it says, point of interest. So we're going to be doing less kilometers. And so really the comfort, yes, while it's important, I don't think it's going to be as important. Now, this could be controversial and you guys will probably get back to me and tell me what you think, which is fine. Absolutely. But I just then know that if we have something like that, we can then, it doesn't really matter what caravan we get, right? But we may have to win the lotto to buy either options. That's why we're still looking at something more conventional. I don't know, jury's still out. So please, if you still have an opinion, any advice, suggestions, comment again, even in this video. That would be amazing because we read them all, we reply to them all. And as you can see, I'm adding it to my research so that we can actually have a robust, informed discussion between Brett and I that will actually result in what our new vehicle will going to be. So I just want to say thank you so much again. All of your comments are absolutely amazing. Your advice is accurate and on par. There were a few silly ones. Get rid of the crapter! Exclamation mark. Yeah, okay. We get it. It's in the plan, but just we need to obviously investigate properly and take our time to make sure that we get the right vehicle, for what we want to do, right? That's what we all want. I don't want to end up on the side of the road again. So with investigations still underway, I think it's time to get back to our original video, which was our travels. We left you in our last episode heading out of Mary Kathleen. What a fabulous spot. We had a wonderful free camp there that night and a day of discovering Mary Kathleen. As I said in the episode, if you haven't been there, put it on your list. And please go back and check out that episode. I don't know, it's worth a watch, and the music is kind of special as well. So I'm done. I'm done the investigation chat. Let's get back to the video and please enjoy. Actually, here's a sneak peek of our next episode, which is coming really soon. Thank you so much for your patience and please enjoy.
So hit the road again. Brett and Tony, let the good times begin. Pack bags by the door, keys in the hand. New town, new taste, new lines in the sand. Big laughs, real talk, one more mile to go. Every day's a story, ready, set, go. From the